Let me switch sides. All right. I'm live. Got an angle. Okay. Let's finish out the song while everybody get together. Make sure to share out the live. If you all over this free fire, baby. I wanna make you lose control. If you don't mind. Ooh. Let me turn you on. That's not bad. Till the break of dawn, baby. Don't you know? Sometimes all you can say is ooh. All right, y'all. Welcome to Single with No Filter. It's your girl Noonie. I am going to behave this week because last week we were out of control. Thank y'all for joining in last week. If you didn't catch last week's episode, just head on back over to YouTube and catch the replays. You know, you can't watch the replays on TikTok, so the recording is over on YouTube, along with some other special stuff that's not going on YouTube. So you got to be in the know on YouTube to know what's going on in my crazy life. What's Single with No Filter? It's just an insight to my crazy life, being single, being a single mom, being a business owner, entrepreneur, and dating. Yeah, y'all know how I feel about that. So just come on in because ain't no need to listen to no gossip because only I can tell my story. I'm an open book. You got questions? I got the answers. Stop listening to the other stuff out in the streets. So I'll drink to that Wednesday. How it works. If you hear something, if you relate to something, if I hit a key point, a key factor, you type in the chat or drop some glasses in the chat, say, I'll drink to that. Take a sip of whatever you're doing. Just be responsible. I got my little wine today. Like I said, we're going to behave, but we're going to have fun. I'll go through my little spill scenario, whatever I went through. Then I open the boxes to have a complete conversation. I'm not a minister. I'm not a therapist. I'm not here to give advice. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to let you know everybody go through bullshit, but we all got to get through it, okay? And we can all get through it together. So I'm only talking to you from my perspective, what I've been through, what I've endured, and how I got through it, got over it, or maybe currently dealing with it. Just keep in mind that me talking to y'all, I have to relive certain things. So we're gonna be on here. We might get a little emotional. We might cry. We definitely gonna laugh because y'all know I ain't wrapped too tight. I'll drink to that. We're definitely gonna laugh. We're definitely gonna cry. We're gonna go through all the emotions. Some topics will be more deeper than others, especially when I go into toxic and abusive relationships, all that good stuff, not so good stuff. So we're gonna dig deep. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead over to YouTube, subscribe, catch up on some of the episodes so you kind of know a little background detail on what I'm talking about in some of these scenarios. But just just be patient with your girl. You know, last episode I did tell y'all I shied away from Single with No Filter for a couple of years because I had two strokes. So it's taking me back. So if you hear me pause, stutter, start thinking for words, it's just a menopausal stroke brain. Just work with me, okay? And I'll drink to that. Woo! So let's get started. Today's topic. What is today's topic? Loose lips and listening ears. It is exactly what it said it is. Loose. I gotta make sure I say it slow so I don't be messing it up. Listening ears and loose lips. There we go. All of that good stuff. It is what it is. It's about gossip. Gossip and your role in it. I can make this video short and sweet. Miss me with that? I'll drink to that. Like, I don't have no time for it. I don't have no time for it. I was having a conversation with a homegirl Saturday, and then I was having a conversation with a homegirl today, and it made me want to talk about this topic. Not gonna say it's anything personal that I'm going through, it slightly, but I really don't deal with the drama, so it don't phase me none. But it was brought to my attention that circles were talking. Okay, circles was talking, and I'm like, what is this, middle school? I know I'm above 40, knocking at 50. Are we still doing the gossip game? Like, why are we doing it at this age? Is what I want to know, first of all. Because how I'm set up, I'm direct. I'm not gonna talk behind your back. I'm not gonna hey hustler. I'm not gonna talk behind your back. If I can't say it to you, around you, in front of you, beside you, I don't need to say it at all. Because that's how so much stuff gets started. That's how so much drama gets put out there. Like, just be direct. You are 30 or above. It's time to get real with yourself and be direct with who you got an issue to. I have so many people call me and they want to vent. I let them vent. I let them say what they got to say. And at the end of the conversation, you know what I ask them? Have you talked to them about it? Or I'll say, won't you call them about it? Because going to a third party isn't going to solve your issue. Hey, love me. It's not going to solve your issue. That third party is messy. If I have an issue with you, I'm coming to you directly. If it's more than one person involved, I'm coming to everybody at the same time so nobody can say Noonie said anything different than what Noonie said. Excuse me, my son up there playing the game. You hearing it rattling. So find it within yourself to be able to express yourself. It's expression. Everybody gets mad. Everybody has attitudes. Let me tell you something. I got friends, my ace on here. Promise you, we won't always agree. But what we do is talk about it. Because friends argue, friends might fight, depending on the age. Sometimes we get a little too old for that fighting. But friends definitely disagree. We don't always agree. But at the end of the day, a true friend is going to talk about it. They're going to work out their issues and they're going to grow from whatever it is that they went through. And I'll drink to that. I got to remember not to talk to this one at a side angle. But yeah, you're basically you basically have to open yourself up to be hurt sometimes. If somebody's hurting your feelings, if somebody's coming at you sideways, the next person can't do nothing for you because they had no business in that situation. They can listen to you. They might even can advise you on how to address that person. If you don't know how to address that person, maybe you weren't friends like you thought you were. Because you should never be afraid to address your friend with an issue. I'm going to give you a scenario. I had somebody in my life. I'm not going to name names. I actually talked about this in an episode a few years ago, but I'm not going to name names in a scenario. I never do. Um, Me and him were together. We were at her house, her and her homeboy, and the person I was with decided to partake in illegal substances. I ain't talking about the norm. I'm talking about the hard stuff. So she called me the next day. And me and her have been friends. Well, I ain't been. We are friends. We've been friends for years, like years. Then did some dirt together. And she called me. Slight hesitation, not really. And was like, "Yo, did you know your boy was, you know, partaking?" I'm like, "Yeah, no." I'm like, "I saw the behavior, but you never think you're gonna be wrapped up in somebody that's, dabbling like that." So we talked about it. She was like, "Yeah." He felt comfortable enough to pull it out in front of my dude like it was cool, XYZ, blah, 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 blah. Versus her going and calling everybody like, yo, Noonie dude out here wilding, doing this, doing this, doing that. As a friend, she came to me with the information. She didn't go behind my back. And when she came to me, she was like, I was scared to come to you because I didn't want to lose your friendship. The truth will never, I will never walk away from a friend that's telling me the truth. Never put them in a situation to feel like I would leave them for telling me the truth. So all that gossip and he say and she say, like I can't say it enough. Miss me with that. I don't have time or the energy for it. Like put yourself on Front Street. Put yourself in their shoes. If you really truly love your friend and want the best for them, why would you hide how you feeling? If you mad, be like, yo, calm down. Next day, be like, yo, you pissed me the fuck off. Excuse my mouth, y'all know it's no filter. Some things gonna slip out. Sometimes I talk in cursive. I'll drink to that. Hey, Laura, but I'm not gonna sit there and let a situation, um, you know, constrain me to anger, because that's all gossiping does. It just gets you angry. It gets you mad, stressed out for no reason. What you mad and stressed out for? And I'm over here living my best life, happy, unstressed out. I don't let that shit go. That's a part of a friendship that people need to learn. You're gonna go through things. It's on you if you decide to hang on to it. It's on you if you decide to let it go and grow from it. And the avenues that I choose and constantly take, yeah, we're gonna go through this. We're gonna talk it out. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. I'm gonna listen to what you have to say. I'm either gonna apply it or subtract it. At this point in my life, I know what I want. I know what I want to deal with and what I don't want to deal with. And if I constantly feel like that, you can't come to me as a friend and have an honest and open conversation. We're not friends. We're associates. And I'm cool with that. I would treat you accordingly. I'll drink today. I was looking for a reason to drink my fault. So yeah, long story short, be open. Be open in your friendships. No sidebars, no side conversations. Be direct with your delivery. I'm not going to sit here on this live and tell you anything different that I do in my personal life. I can have certain people I just got a call. They got to get the tea. Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what this motherfucker did. But after I get it off my chest, I call that motherfucker. I reach out to him. I let it be known this ain't right. Either either we're gonna fix this or we're gonna separate, because I can't hold on to it. Holding on to stuff is unhealthy. It is so unhealthy. Hence why I say I had 2 strokes. I was holding on to stuff. After that second stroke, she everybody can get it. Line them up. Take notes. Like everybody's gonna get what I gotta say. I'm not biting my tongue for anybody. And I'll drink to that Medicaid. So everybody can get it. So yeah, don't hold on. Don't hold grudges. Like so many people I know hold grudges. What you holding on to it for? What is it gonna solve? What is it gonna do? At your good age in life that we are blessed to reach because the times are ticking these days, why hold on to anger? Everybody say, Noonie, we always see you smiling, we always see you happy. Yeah. What other way is there to live life? Because tomorrow isn't promised. And so while it isn't promised, I'm not going to leave this earth mad at you. And I don't want me to leave this earth with you mad at me. And I'll drink to that. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the boxes and have a full conversation. If you want to join in on the conversation, um just drop a flame. Let's do flame. Let's dare to be different. If you want to drop a flame, just drop a flame. I'll bring you up on the camera and we're going to talk about the gossip that goes on. Social media is the worst with the gossip, like the worst. And then you got to deal with it in your day-to-day life. Hey, checklist. Like I just can't wrap myself around it. Like elementary, middle, I think I did it. By the time I got to high school, I was way past the gossip. I don't want to deal with it no more. I don't want it's just so draining. Like I don't do anything to drain anything negative to drain my energy. I'll drink to that. I see you, Laura. I'm not doing anything negative to drain my energy. Like everybody around me has a positive aura. If you don't carry a positive aura, miss me with that. I have I have friends and family. They like to call, be like, "Hey, did you hear about what's so and so doing?" I'm like, "Did you call them? What are you calling me for? That's their life. Just like I'm letting you into my life here on Single with No Filter. Call that person. It's their life, and they continue to ask me questions versus having a conversation that's about me and what's going on with me or them. If it's a third party conversation, I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. I exit quick. What they say, exit stage left. I have to go. I'm not gonna sit around and let you play guessing games trying to figure out somebody else's life when you can call them directly. That's how shit gets started. That's how shit continues. Are you looking at my side profile on YouTube? I know I keep forgetting to turn the camera back around. Oh, I see you there. Howdy, howdy. um, so yeah, I just like so when you join in the panel, one, I do want your camera on. I don't want to talk to a box. I don't want to feel lonely. So have your camera on. Let's be respectful to everybody's opinion and conversation and to one another. We'll have no disrespect on this live. It's an open platform. We're here to just have a conversation. As I stated in the beginning, everybody go through things in life. Um, I just want you to know you're not in it alone. Everybody goes through the same thing, some way, shape, or form. But we're here to get through it together in a positive environment. So let's keep it that way. Um, hey, ladies. Oh, let me turn that up. Y'all can come off mute. Hey, Tammy.
Hey, my friend. How you doing?
Hey, Laura.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Miss Nettie Taylor. I'm like, how did we get like so far apart in the box?
I don't know. I'm giving it try to go in and fix it.
I'm like, I just clicked the button.
Okay, so I did too. So then that's what it is. When you click the button, it just puts you in that box. Okay.
And TikTok doing their own little thing. I don't even like when I started the live, the boxes were automatically there, and I couldn't move them. So I don't.
Oh wow.
I don't know what TikTok doing.
Hey, checklist.
What you making plates for? I give to say the same thing, Tammy. You know we like to eat. Make us a plate. Okay, so last week, y'all know I had the YouTube running and I forgot we were there. So let's stick to the topic so I can turn off the YouTube and then we can act up in the streets. I'll drink to that. So what's y'all's insight on being around people that like to gossip and keep things stirred up?
I go first. Look, Laura was like, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm not on 20 today, Mr. Laura.
There we go.
I'm not on 20 today. I'm calmed down. But no, I mean, like you said, when you in middle school and high school, and even sometime in your adult life, you gossip. Like you have the tea with your girlfriends, and it's to the point where it's just like if it's me and Noonie over here just vibing and we talking and she like, yo, let me tell you what happened. I halfway don't know the people, whatever she telling me, right? I don't know. Or if I'm telling her, let me tell you what happened with my sister the other day. That's what it is. That's like fun. We just talking, we just having a conversation with our girlfriends. But now when the gossip goes to like that's childish. Like, yeah, we have to like kind of just, like you said, miss me with that. And you got to check the person that's coming to you with the bones, right? You got to say, did you go tell them that? Because I don't want to be in the middle of that. You know what I mean?
And I wouldn't even address like what somebody else said. Like
no.
Yeah.
I'm saying no. What you said is like when the person comes to you with whatever they telling you, you're like, yo, go talk to that person about that because now you bringing me into a middle of a situation and I don't want to be in the middle of that situation. And y'all could be friends on both ends. And I've had that when in teenage years. Like I have friends that I'm friends with, both of them, and they're in odds over some dumb crap. But I would tell them like, yo, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Now,
right.
You ain't gonna go put your hands on her. You ain't gonna go put your hands on her. We're not doing
I'll drink to that.
That's me
but
too.
it ain't got nothing to do with me, and y'all need to handle it like grown adults. If y'all don't want to be friends, y'all don't gotta be friends. But don't put me
in the middle.
And as you get older, a lot of people, well, when you're younger too, but when you get older, a lot of people tend to be like, if that's my enemy, that's my enemy. That's your enemy.
That part.
No, exactly.
No. If we all came up together, you know what I'm saying? But you'll check. If y'all all friends, you're gonna check them like, yo, just go and talk to her about that. You know what I mean? Because that wasn't right. And you might try to mediate, but you don't want to be in the middle.
In the middle, like, right?
You'll be age.
But you know how you call boy there? I had that done to me, and I said, okay, wait, hang on. I took out my phone and I called them.
There you go.
I'm too old to go back. I'm not going back and forth. I don't care who you are.
There you go, Tammy.
So I put out the phone.
I'll drink to that.
And I said,
I'll drink to that.
Then I said, now repeat what you just said, because I'm not going back and forth. This is kid stuff. I'm not doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, who has time for that? Who wants to do that at this age?
Yeah, it's the sad thing, like you said, social media makes it more work, more bad. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because people put so much of their lives, like intimate details of their lives
on social,
about something. Like I had somebody say, "Oh, I want a relationship like you and your husband." I'm like, "You think I put arguments on social media? We got a regular old relationship." Like yesterday, I was mad at him, but I said, "All that you can't." believe what people put on social media. You know what I'm saying? But
And that's right, because they're always going to put their best foot forward. That's just like, you know, they're always going to show you what they want you to see. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's the facade of the camera.
I'm like this, and but then they over here doing the, like, you know, it's like it's sad because like my daughter, when she was in high school, she was like, Mom, you know, I just want to have, like, because I had like a couple of core friends from childhood, which is really just my family, and she was like, how do you have core friends? I said, man, I don't have a lot. I have 2, and then Kirsten came along, and then everybody else is just associates. But core friends, like, you know, where I trust my child at her house, those are core friends. I said, when you get to be an adult, it's sad, but it gets worse.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sad part.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
And some people feel like they have to have this mass number of friends. Like, you don't.
And most people actually, and this conversation is very important, how we're using the correct terminology and distinguishing between friends and associates.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that I even know as an adult that everybody's their friend. And I'm like, really?
Right.
I'm astonished with that.
Like, I've gotten to the age I don't even use the friend or the associate. I'll be like, we cool. Like,
yeah,
it's no determined. Like, a friend is definitely a friend, but when you get to some people, I'm like, oh yeah, I know them. We cool.
Yeah,
because that's what we are. We cool.
And we had this conversation on the palace. Like,
we did.
We ain't friends until you've been at my house.
And my mama done cussed you out.
In Virginia. No. For me, we ain't friends until you've been at my house in Virginia a few times. Because then that means we really wasn't friends. Like, we was associates.
Right.
Right.
Take that trip. Take that travel.
And when I'm in New York, and mind you, I traveled to New York, and I used to go hit everybody up, and I had to stop. I had to be like, oh, you're not coming to see me? Oh, no, I'm just going to see my sister.
Yeah. Like, because I done met some people since being in these TikTok streets, mad cool. And I'm like, yo, these people, they cool. I'm ready to pack up, go see everybody. Let's connect. Let's really build a friendship. Like,
yeah.
Like, I saw a post the other day. They was like, if they was really your friend, they would have saw you by now. Oh, you ain't lied. They would have made some type of effort to come see you and be around you to get your real energy.
This right here, though,
I'll drink to that.
This right here is what makes it me too. But this right here is what keeps people from doing that, because it's so easy to just hop on. Like, I can take you all around my house. I can show you around. We can sit. We can have dinner together. We can talk and be on live for hours. How many people do it all day, every day?
Mm-hmm.
That has taken place of the actual in-person physical connection.
Bring to that, but that's the difference between you when you meeting somebody. Like, I met you guys a few months ago. That's different when you grew up with somebody and you move to another state. When you go back to that state, you go visit them.
That's very true.
They don't return the favor.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're the only one putting energy into the situation.
Yeah. We could because we're going back into friends, but then it goes back into the gossip and like, oh, what's she doing up there? Like, now they wondering what you're doing. And well, if you my friend, you would know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
There will be no second guessing.
Too. Family is real bad about that.
That part.
And see, we knew that we're friends so lightly. We know that friends were around so lightly.
Yes, we do, Tammy.
Everybody a friend. You cannot. Just because you know them 100 years, they're not your friend.
That part.
Very, very true.
I got closer friends that I knew in the last 10 years, closer than friends that I knew since before we were born. And I say that with my whole chest because it's like her mother and my mother was pregnant together. So, and now I'm closer to this one over here.
like crazy back talk conversation, a little background with me and Maddie Kayla's. So me and her have been friends for a few years now, and we just I'm talking about when the situation happened with Mother's Day, and we decided to bring our mamas together for Mother's Day. I was nervous because I know my mama could be off the chain. She was nervous because she know her mom could be off the chain. And we got up. My mama got out the car. Her mama got out the car. They was like, oh, we was like, oh shit, they about to get into it. But come to find out, they knew each other and they were cool, which thank goodness, because we was like, Lord, we weren't ready. But like, just mind blowing. I know that was off the topic, but it just came.
6 degrees of separation situation.
Right. So I mean, but yeah, let's stick to the topic. I'm sorry. I'm back to you. Back to you, YouTube. We hear you too. We ain't gonna act up too much. But yeah, I can't do the behind the back, the indirect. It just blows me and it takes me away from your character when you bring it to me, but you're not willing to address the person in the situation. It takes me away from your character. It's very cowardly to.
It makes you think.
Yeah, it's giving me, okay, I know you're doing the same to me.
That I drink to that.
So you gotta watch who bringing that bone to you.
But that's like I said.
Because it's a lot of starers. There's a lot of people that just like to keep things going because they don't have nothing else going on for themselves. And that's bottom line. Those starers will keep shit going and rolling as long as you allow it. So to not allow it, nip it in the bud and go directly to the source.
Yeah, that's what I just said. When you start saying, hang on, make a phone call. Can you come up? No. Okay, let me put you on speaker. Now, what you say? She said, "I'm gonna clear this. I'm too old for this."
And then you get a pause and a hesitation because they were not expecting that. They wanted you to feed that negative energy. They wanted you to feed that drama. They wanted you to get fire behind you. They wanted you to get angry. They wanted you to be mad. They wanted all that negative energy. And you didn't give it to them. And so now they feeling some type of way inside because you're not down about the situation. You're not feeling sad, angry, and mad. You're not giving off that vibe like you're bothered. I walk around very unbothered. It's not too much that can bother me till you mess with my kids. Then everything is different. Like my mindset is totally different. Hey, funny, come on up here, girl.
Yeah, that's when you start seeing red.
Hey, funny. Black out. We ain't even seeing no colors. Everything is black. Like, yeah. But when you're not feeding that energy, that source becomes non-valid. Like you have no validation here.
I literally have to step out real quick, but I came on here to say hello. Hey, Maddie. Hey, Laura. Hey, Miss Tammy.
Look, funny. We got to make sure Tammy ain't outside tonight.
No, she ain't out there. I see them pictures on the wall. I told her earlier.
You know what? I'm blowing me up.
We love you, Miss Tammy.
That's right.
If you go over last week, I wish that I was out. And they were like, hold on, wait a minute. What time is it?
It was late, Miss Tammy. But we're gonna get on that in the after session, because
how long you gonna be? How much longer you gonna be on here?
We gonna be on
like you was really talking about some girl.
We gonna be on here for a minute.
Okay. I'll be back in the
Look, checklist chimed in. Yes, it was super late.
I'm gonna get you.
Miss Tim, we gotta make sure you on your P's and Q's. We gotta make sure you good.
Yes, ma'am. They've been telling me about Miss Tammy in these TikTok streets. No Love was telling me about the Miss Tammy.
Let's.
Now I need to see. I've missed a session or two, so I need some tea. Come on. We're gonna have to rewind the tape a couple minutes.
Yes.
But if you still here in 20 minutes, I'll tune back in.
Okay. All right.
Y'all. See y'all in a second.
All right, fine. But yeah, so any direct stories? I know Tammy, you started off telling your story. Any direct stories that y'all have, or anybody in the chat, where you were either felt like you might have initiated the gossip or you were on the other end of the gossip. Like, what we got going on?
I'll clear this up right then and there. I'm not gonna let it let go. You said who? What? Hang on. Let me put her on speaker.
You said who? You said what? They not a reliable source.
I got such and such in my face. Now tell me what she told you.
Yeah.
But I'm too old for this. I'm way too old. I'm better than nobody, but I'm not doing. I don't do drama.
And what gets me is the source want to know. Well, who told you that? That's not even important. Exactly. The important thing is, what did I say to defend you when it happened? It doesn't matter who said what, when they said it. All you need to know is if it's happening around me, it's shutting down.
Right.
I'm not going to have a full-blown story like, yeah, they said this about you. They said this about you. That, blah, 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 blah. I'm not even going to go into details of what they said about you.
Right.
All I'm going to say is you came up in topic and I told them to come address you.
Like, like, don't, like, I don't want to even hear it. Don't say it around me. I have a story. I'm at work. It's this young girl. She young. She like 20. You know, there's young kids around here. She talking to one of the little boys in the thing. Mind you, she got a man and a baby. You know, she got this, right? And she talking to the little boy, but they, you know, they like trying to be low key, whatever. Then there was a couple of other little girls come and be like, yo, Tashima, what so is talking together. I was like, so who? They was like, I said, I don't know why you even came to me to ask me that. I said, because I'm not telling you nothing. I said, even if there's something to tell, that ain't my business to tell. And then I said, and why is it even your business to know? Oh, because she got a man and she shouldn't be talking to him. I said, but that ain't none of your business. I said, and they can't be friends. And she was like, no, because she got a man. I said, well, I'm married and I talk to all these guys in here. You know what I mean?
Right.
I said, stop talking about people. I said, because then when the shoe is on the other foot or somebody come at you wrong, you're going to be first one crying. I said, but don't come to me. I'm not one of your little friends. I had to hit them with I'm not one of your little friends.
Right.
Those ain't my kids. And I said, so don't come to me asking me nothing about nobody in here because I'm not telling. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. You know what I mean? And I know the whole damn story. I know what they were doing and when they were doing. But that's
not my place.
That ain't my place. You know what I mean? But they got, you know, they little young kids. They like 22, but they got mad. I'm like, yo, I don't got time for this. Like, you know, miss me with that. Go ahead with that. You know what I mean? But I was like, I don't got time for that. After that, they just knew. You got to set the standard. As soon as it happens, you have to set the standard because as soon as it happens.
Hold on 1 second. Who user? Turn your camera on, or you're gonna get dropped. Okay, go ahead.
We don't do the numbers.
Yeah. Get it,
checklist, minding the business that don't even pay you a yes, ma'am. Not a single one.
You have to set the standard. If you in a conversation with somebody and they get ready to go to the left about somebody else, you got to, like you said, stop them right there. Because I bet you next time they do it, they're not even gonna come. They be like, oh,
they're gonna bypass you.
That's how it was. That's how it was. They was like, oh, Tashima ain't telling you nothing. I said, you darn Skippy, I ain't. My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it.
I'm like, my question is, and I guess this is probably the wrong panel because it seems like none of us feed into it, but why gossip? Does the information seem more juicier? Like,
so I can tell you from my daughter's standpoint, see, because I don't gossip either. And so my daughter has kind of a problem with me sometimes because I don't engage when she wants to gossip. Now, she's not a gossiper like a catty female gossiper. She's just a general gossiper of information and just tea. And it's just funny. But she, first of all, doesn't have a lot of female friends. She has guy friends. And I understand that. I was that way, and I am still pretty much mostly that way. And even honestly, considering friend and acquaintance, the acquaintances on the male side also outweigh the female acquaintances, unfortunately. Part of it is my background, professional background and business that has just led to acquaintance relationships, things like that. We have things in common. So, we chit chat here and there. Those are still acquaintances, right? Because again, you've not been to my home. You're not on a live like this with me and seeing what I'm doing.
Right, you're in real time.
Because this is very personal. Exactly. So no, you're not even doing that. And so I reserve a lot of who I am for people that really, really, really know me. Again, we put out what we want people to see, right? And we're more comfortable in certain areas around doing certain things and whatnot. And that's true for everybody. But the gossipy thing, like for my daughter, it's like exciting for her, I guess, because of the fact that she does not engage really with a lot of people. She does not have a lot of friends because she hasn't found the people that she has the same interests and passions and things with. And she's also a little bit of an old soul because she has a very strong work ethic. She does not play when it comes to work and nonsense and that kind of stuff. So, people her age are also not her cup of tea. She likes a little bit of the older crowd. So, yeah. So she kind of likes a little bit of the gossip as long as it's not too much gossip. So like if you're really belittling somebody and stuff like that, she's like, no, we don't do that. She will speak up very quick.
Now that is the two different types of gossip.
Yeah.
Because my daughter can call me from school and be like, Mom, let me tell you what happened. And I'm like, girl, what happened? Now, that's a different type of gossip.
Yeah, with her because she'll tell me about work, like, coworkers and stuff like that. And I'm like, are you for real? So I guess I do engage
like that. You're not gonna see them.
Right.
I don't. And the thing too is she has, again, like I've said many times, she has taught me to just listen. So I listen and it goes nowhere else. So in that respect, I don't gossip. I guess am a listener. So I listen to the gossip, but it doesn't go anywhere and it doesn't get repeated because I take that a lot of times as people needing to vent.
I have so many secrets locked inside of me.
But they don't understand what they're doing. So essentially they are gossiping. But I can't say but because putting the but in there makes an excuse for it. There's no excuse for it other than they truthfully just don't understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
it's insecurity because what they're doing is
I will drink.
I'll drink to that, boy. Say it again.
Insecurity. Because there's something that they see you doing, say if it's me, they might see me doing something good. And because they're not doing something good, they just want to talk about they find one little mess up or something you do. Now
they waiting for you to mess up.
Right. Yes. And it's just it makes them feel good because they're insecure about their own situation in their life. So when they see somebody else maybe mess up or it don't go according to plan or whatever, and sometimes it ain't even gotta be that. It's just you playing as jealous, you playing as insecure. Like I'm not no doctor. Sometimes it ain't even no cure for that. You can't even talk to nobody. Sometimes it's not even like they don't even have no sense in that. They just
don't.
Want to
and it's sad to say some people literally gossip without knowing they gossip because they just do it so much.
Yes, exactly.
Like everything out of their mouth, it's about somebody else, and that brings me back to the point. They gossip because they don't have shit else going on with themselves.
That's right. So if they had.
They don't want you to do nothing. I'll do them. They don't want you to look happy and get sick. So they're going to tear everything down to bring you down.
And so you can't, and you got to hold your own and not engage in that because dirt going to get on you. You don't
the engagement is what carries it. That's your seed of carrying. When you start engaging.
It's the story. That's the telephone line. Then the story is.
What's the game we used to play as kids in school? You whisper something to somebody in. By the time you get around to the last person. The story is mad twisted. Did y'all ever play that in school?
Yes.
We used to sit. We used to sit in a circle. Yeah, we used to sit in a circle. The first person would start a story. The next person has to repeat the story till it gets all the way down to the story to the end of the circle. And that person at the end of the circle would say what the story was, and everybody be like, "That ain't what we said." But that's how gossiping worked. We learned that as a kid. Now that I think about it,
Or you know what though? The gossiping part. as a
telephone
kid,
line.
I'm gonna counter this because learning through my cousin how people learn and interpret things differently. Some people have to read it versus verbally. They can't make sense of it when they hear it. So when they hear it, it's a little bit distorted or it's a little bit backwards. So when they repeat it, they might say a word wrong that completely changes the story. So it may not necessarily, now in adults, I don't take that to be the case all the time, although it could be because it depends on if there's language barriers and things like that. So when people tell stories like that, it's often a misinterpretation or a misunderstanding, not necessarily gossip. That's just been my experience with some of that, but I learned that through understanding how she learns. And I found that very fascinating. It made me stop and think, is some of the things that does get altered like that, is it truthfully gossip or was it a misunderstanding? Because a misinterpretation or a misunderstanding. But so again, you got to take into context the person, the situation, the circumstance. And so, I guess that's why giving grace is important until you realize that giving grace was a mistake, and then you have to give yourself grace.
That part.
That's it.
True.
That part. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, that part. Because grace is a big factor in this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you gonna say, she?
I said that's a good topic.
You know, I made a mental note. Giving grace.
Yes.
Giving
Sometimes
grace.
even when it's extremely hard and not.
Especially when it's hard, it's when you really should be doing it. Because the harder the situation, the bigger the bigger the grace, I guess. I don't know. Ask the wine bottle. I'm not saying that correctly. Right, checklist. That's some people just need attention, and that's why they keep stuff going. And that be the sad part. That be the sad part. The attention seekers.
I never forget this. The day, the same week that my mother passed, November 16, 2020. I was so hurt. And you ever needed somebody to talk to? And the first person that called me on my phone, I just needed to vent. But I remind you, I'm back down there in North Carolina. Before I even reached New York, I've been into Auburn in New York.
Wow.
I was so hurt that because I just seen my friend.
Wow.
That hurt me to the core. And I said, I cannot believe it. And I knew this person that lied told me, because private people told me, but I told her. And to this day, to now, I never asked her why. You know why? Because she's going to lie about it anyway.
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
It's not, it's some things are just better left alone. When you see what you see and what you need to see, then you just have to leave people where they are. And I will drink to that.
I would definitely drink to that.
Down to my soul. I don't see what my age is 30.
And that's a hurting feeling.
Yeah.
Very much so.
That's a hurting feeling, having somebody so close to you and you know in your heart that you just got to let them go.
Yeah, I had to. Hey, Miss Checklist said some people just need attention.
Yeah.
Let them have that attention away.
And she needed and she got it. But that's all right. I forgive her, but I don't talk to her, but I never forget.
You learn how to deal with them accordingly.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
Don't, my key thing is you get these situations, you deal with them, you just don't hold on to any hatred.
No, I can't.
Like,
let it go.
Don't hold on to any hatred, any way, shape, or form. Don't let them see you angry. Don't let them see you pissed off. Say your piece, be done with it, and then smile the next day. You're not being fake, you're not being phony. You're being true to who you are.
That's right.
And
you're
me
moving on
being
and
true to who I
continuing
am,
with
I'm gonna
your
show you that
business.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
You can say what you want, you can do what you want, you can treat me however you feel deemed worthy of treating me. But however, you will not steal my joy and my happiness.
Exactly. That's it.
I will
But
drink
you
to
know what?
that.
But you know what? I believe this from the bottom of my soul. Every day happened for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
God allowed me that to happen to show me who He really was.
I literally just said that the other day, Tammy. Like some situations went left, and one thing a friend of mine taught me was to never have expectations. Me and him had this conversation years ago because we were talking about relationships and all that stuff. He was like, Noonie, never have expectations because that way you'll never get hurt behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I meet people, I put them at a level, not a high level. I put them at a level, but I don't put expectations to our friendship. I don't put expectations to what they can and will not do. I don't do that anymore. Because when they start finally showing me who they are, all I say is thank you. I look up and say thank you.
Amen.
That's it.
Come in.
Hey,
Hey, Miami.
Hey, beautiful.
Where that beautiful face at?
I mean,
Yes. Get on
my FYP. I said, that's what I need to get.
Thank you.
I'm good. Let me get my thing going. Y'all know I gotta always do a little filter smooth on my face. I love my natural beauty still.
I could just say, look at that.
Girl, we love your natural beauty too.
Yes.
Listen, I was just watching your video earlier. I was like, oh, look at her hair.
Just the sparkling. We don't need no filter to sparkle like that.
Listen, I was trying to do this meme about the hair. Like I got hair, I got clean underwear until I realized she was talking about somebody else's product and I'm here putting somebody else's product on my product. And so I was like, oh Lord, I done messed up. I'm like, let me delete this before I get cussed out.
Yes, but before I turn the YouTube off, because I can feel we ready to go left field in the conversation. You got any input on gossiping or any experience or backstories?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, my whole recent scenario, but it comes from your in-laws or you know, like family. It came from like family side of my children's. A bunch of women and my children's fathers side, that's what they do. They sit around and gossip about me to the point where
oh my gosh,
I was coming to any event that they invited me, whether it was a Christmas gathering, Thanksgiving gathering, giving them the utmost respect, Easter gathering. Meanwhile, all of them side-eyeball bossing me and you know, just staring. And I'm like, you know, put me in the uncomfortable, like, what is the problem? Like, what happened? Why are you just staring at me? Talking down to my kids about me, and then praising themselves in the midst after I done did stuff to help my children. They, you know, they you know how women get, they very messy. Yeah. You know, for example, I helped my son try to get in a program where it can help him get some kind of experience for job experience. And this particular person wanted him to just go out there and he don't have no experience. He don't know nothing about working. He don't know nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So they try to make it seem like what I was trying to lead him to was somewhere where he's getting a handout. And I'm like, but at the same time, they're telling him how they went to school and the school offered a program that helped them go to school and had access to get job training. And that training gave them credit and they still got their education and job
experience and then job, a career. Like, was that a handout?
No.
That wasn't a handout. So how dare you
Right.
come off to make him seem like where I'm trying to lead him is on a path to destruction for handout?
No, if
failure.
anything, you put him in a program that help build him in skill
Yeah.
to help him succeed.
Thank you. And thank you. And
Absolutely.
I can't understand it, but I don't think I tried to explain it, but I don't think what I had to say even mattered because that person,
Because they already had their
was
mind
so-
made up.
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
that person
That
was
part.
so over the top. They sell like, oh, I'm nothing, I'm nobody. What I'm saying make no sense, and they already got in their mind. They already wrote me off as little of them and less of them. You understand what I'm saying? Because of how they pedestal is. And I've experienced where people approach me and thought I was on a pedestal, and they even threatened me, oh, somebody need to knock off a pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I was doing was being a homebody. I
Yep.
wanted to keep my children and myself out of spaces and environment where people were gossiping about neighbors. I was staying in this apartment complex. The people would sit on the porch. I can hear them through my air conditioned vent. Talking every time the other neighbor opened her door and let her children out. They were talking and looking. Oh, she got all them dirty clothes on the floor. And I'm like, these heifers just sit out on the porch and just gossip about everybody's damn house. And then they come tell me, won't you let the baby come outside? Won't you come out? Oh, thank you. No, thank you. And
Right.
one day I did. And the little girl from the house that they were talking about, she came downstairs and came to my house, girl, trying to tote my baby little trikey bike upstairs to the house. See? And I had to go and I said, no, baby girl, this my baby's dog. You can come and play with it at my house, but you can't take it upstairs. You should have seen it, girl. It was too cute, but there was a mess at the same time. She was struggling trying to drag that trikey up them stairs, girl.
She said, I'm going to get this today.
Some women, it's like never ending to them. And that's how my reputation and my character got defamed and destroyed in the community I'm in because of women being messy. People being messy. They go like roaches and infest that whole building, spreading rumors and gossip, talking about I'm mean. I ain't never been mean to nobody like that. Like
just because they don't know. People talk about things that they don't know.
See,
and that be the sad part.
We have to realize this. Now, I keep saying it over and over. It's not us. It's who we represent. It's not.
Right.
It's not. Once you confess that you Christ-like, it's all over.
Right.
It's not you. Our job is to spread the good news.
Yeah.
That's our job. Their job is to tear us down. So if you feed into that, if you feed into that, they winning.
Right.
There you go.
You cannot see. We don't know when our time is up. We're going to call us home.
Right.
You
don't know. So
I co-sign.
I refuse to let the enemy block my blessings.
I'll drink to that.
You can talk about me all you want. Just don't put your hands on me.
Right.
That's a different line, Miss Tammy. That's a different story.
Very right.
Yeah. Right. But you know what? Christ will do so much for us.
Right.
And we will do something for him.
There you go.
Why? And Christ put, you know what they did to Christ? And we here and we can't go do nothing for him. And we supposed to be Christ-like. You know when you're doing something right. You know when you're doing something right? When they bother you.
Right.
Yep.
So bring it on. Just put your hands on me. Then you put your hands on me, it's a whole different ballgame.
Right.
You do what you have to do. But you know why? God got my back.
There you go. Say it again, Miss Tammy.
He ain't gonna let nothing happen to you unless you allow
co-sign what you said when you said everything happened for a reason. My faith has always been like that. And I say that because I've seen how God moved in my life, and nobody can tell me anything different. When I got pew-pewed in my face,
testify.
when I got pew-pewed in my face, and as years went by and I got older and everything started coming back to me and stuff, because I was in a coma for about a month. And nobody really didn't come see me in the hospital. The news reporters.
You know what I mean?
No, because I shut him out. I shut him out.
No. God wanted to deal with you by yourself. And he let people in that room. It wouldn't be about him.
Right.
It wouldn't be about you. That's how God let that happen for a reason.
Yes.
But Tammy, wait, let me finish telling you. I had them. I told them I didn't want to have the news reporters, and who really triggered me to not have nobody come see me was the stepmom, the adopted mom I had. She came in there. They allowed her to come in there, and she didn't even say, "Well, how you feeling? How you doing? You know, do you need anything?"
She wanted to know what happened.
Nothing like that. She was like, "Oh, you got blood all over my couch." That's what she told me.
No, she didn't.
Yes, and I told the nurses, and I told her, I said, "Please don't let her back in."
Get out.
As long as I was on this bed fighting for my life, I don't need that kind of negativity coming to talk to me, because she was going to put me in a bad state, and I wouldn't have been strong enough
to heal.
Fight whatever
Right.
to take me out.
Right. Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry you had to go through that, Miami. I didn't know.
Fine, because I know who she is. I forgave her on her deathbed. She told me, and I wouldn't have been the one there. Her children would have been there before me, and I was the only one that was there for her and tried to help her get burial and everything. So I know how God is in my life.
There you go.
When I got pew-pewed, I want to say this. I come to realize that God had me in a state where I seemed like I probably was unalive to that guy, that boy at the time. Mm-hmm. He probably thought I was unalive. Mm-hmm. And God gave it just enough time for him to get rid of the gun, the pew-pew, right? If I had came back right away, came back up, and he still had that weapon in his hand, he would have plugged more bullets in me. Oh, wow. So God gave right timing for him to give that weapon to somebody else to take it out and make him think that he was getting away with something. And once that weapon had gotten away, I rose up. I still remember how I rose up. I still have that vision in my mind.
You better testify,
call it trauma,
girl.
They can call it PTSD, whatever. To me, that moment, I felt like somebody in the Bible, baby, rose from you get what I'm saying? From a place nobody could have imagined coming from. And I was alive, and I was looking around, and I was like, I had blood gushing out my mouth, blood gushing in my ears everywhere, but I was alert. I seen who I seen. At the time, I didn't remember what happened, but I asked the person, I said, "Did you do this to me? Did you do this to me?" And the person was trying to tell me that somebody else did it. That somebody named Mike did it, and they tried to come and rob and stuff. And I couldn't even fix my mouth to really tell the detectives that.
Right.
I was at the hospital. It felt like I had to poop. I had to let something out of me. And I don't know.
I've heard that before, yeah.
Like at that moment, I don't even know what I was going through in my body, but I told the detectives, like, right now is not a good time. I'm trying to, something going on, and I'm here asking the nurses to bring me a pen. I feel like I got to go to the bathroom, you know? But they never came back to the room. Nobody never asked me nothing. Before anybody probably got to ask me anything, I was given away to somebody else, or sold away to somebody else, I might say, because it all happened so very fast, and I had vivid memory and everything of a lot of stuff. But as I got older, things started coming together. But I am grateful right now, and I thank God, because I seen what he did. I seen that he gave just enough time for that boy to think that he got away with something, and I was unalive, to get that weapon out of that sight and out of that moment. And as soon as that weapon was gone, I rose up. and he thought he seen a ghost. I remember the look on his face. He thought he seen a ghost. He couldn't believe I rose up and I was still alive. You hear me? And he stood there and tried to act like he didn't do nothing. And he was like going like this, because it was this nose right here. And he had a shirt and he was going like this. And I remember it. As he was going like this, I felt the blood just gushing down fast, and it was going. And I said, stop it. I said, put pressure. And I don't know what happened, but a young lady that was staying there with us, she was like a runaway. I guess she wasn't happy. She was going through dysfunctional stuff with her family. She came running in. She didn't even stop to talk to me or nothing. That girl took off and she ran straight to the phone and called 911. And I was saying, I'm thirsty. Bring me some water, because it felt like I needed to drink some water. I was swallowing, And by the time she don't make the call 911, grabbed the water and came back with the water, which I believe paramedics was already in my face knocking that water out of my hand. Wow.
Did they call Annie?
Huh?
Did they give them any? Did he get any time for what he did?
Eventually, but not for me. Not for me. Because like I said, at the time when they was trying to talk to me and stuff, I really didn't remember. I couldn't get, and they didn't have the weapon. From what I read in the article, it was in the article, they couldn't find the weapon. Later on, the person that did take the weapon off the scene did admit to me that the person gave them the weapon, and they concealed the weapon somewhere where the police was right at. The police was parked there, standing there the whole time. When I seen the article and seen the picture where everybody was standing up, right where they was standing
That's
there,
terrible.
the weapon was there the whole time, but they didn't know that's where the weapon was hidden at. But at the end of the day, we all were teenagers, but I wasn't playing with no weapon with nobody. They said they suspected it to be an accident. If they really knew it was not no accident. This was a domestic thing, because this boy wanted to be with me, and I told him that I didn't want to be with him. He needed to go and be with the girl that kept trying to bully me and bother me, because she was dating him. She was with him, And I believe in their culture, they like to stick their culture with their culture and not outside their culture. And she used to make little threats saying,
"Hey, Luna, welcome in. Thank you."
And stuff. And her mom was gonna do stuff to me or whatever. So it was a lot at the end of the day. But I seen how God moved in my life in that situation alone, and then I seen how the devil tried to turn it into
something different.
It into bad.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Kitty. The devil tried to tell people I got pew-pewed in my head.
What's that song? The devil thought he had me.
Right. So people started talking to me and dealing with me like I was incompetent mentally.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Despite me showing them in action, in real life action, that I was capable. Hi, Kitty. Hi, Luna. I'm happy to see you again. Kitty. Hi, y'all. Just saying, when she checked us, just eating dinner. Okay, checklist.
Man,
Yes, ladies.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me close out YouTube, because I don't want that to run over too far. All right, YouTube, it's been real. I'll see y'all next Wednesday for I'll Drink to That, Single with No Filter. Who knows what we're talking about? Y'all know it's just an unscripted podcast of me talking about my crazy, crazy life. As you can hear, we're giving testimonies and all that good stuff. So if you're on TikTok, just go ahead and hop on over to TikTok and get the after session. All right, till next week. See ya.
Man, I'm so sorry you went through that.
Oh, this not touching.
I appreciate it. Everybody keeps saying, apologizing for it. But at the end of the day,